What up, what up, what up? How are y'all doing? I'm doing great as usual. Well, I'm back at y'all with another one. Another video to straight up debunk a Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder 2 theory that the Ldbc have said has said happened. Now, beyond all the other excuses the Ldbc have, between he was poisoned, his legs were gone, Deontay Wilder was hit behind the head illegally, the ref was paid off, Mark Breland threw in the towel because he's friends with Sugar Hill, Tyson's Fury's trainer. But one of the big ones that I couldn't seem to find a video of was Tyson Fury loading his gloves. So the claim that the Ldbc have is that, for one, Tyson Fury tampered with his wraps, the tape underneath the gloves. Well, as soon as every logical person out there debunked that theory by showing a video of Jay Diaz, the coach and trainer of Deontay Wilder, a video was showed of Jay Diaz sitting right there watching the hands get wrapped. And obviously, Deontay Wilder trusts Jay Diaz because he fired Mark Breland instead of Jay Diaz. So besides all the other excuses of why Deontay Wilder lost, all the other reasons of why Tyson Fury cheated him, there was one big one. One big reason why Wilder got cheated. Now that reason was Tyson Fury shut the camera off to his locker room. And Jay Diaz never got an opportunity to see Tyson Fury put his gloves on. They're claiming that Jay Diaz saw the hand wraps of Tyson Fury get put on, but Jay Diaz never saw the gloves get put on Tyson Fury. So according to Deontay Wilder, after the fight, he went to the doctors, and the doctor took an MRI or an X-ray or whatever they do to his head area to look at damage that was caused. According to Deontay Wilder and his fanboys, fangirls, and other people on his team, they said Deontay Wilder had a big dent on the side of his head. And apparently that doctor told Deontay Wilder that that dent could only happen from one reason and one reason only. It happened from a metal object that was inserted after the hand wraps, inserted into Tyson Fury's gloves. So Tyson Fury walked to the ring and fought Deontay Wilder with a loaded pair of gloves. The doctor, so-called doctor, said that it was most likely a metal blunt object. Well, of course I thought it was BS, and I really don't care about all the excuses because every single one of Wilder's excuses could be debunked. And debunked they were. Deontay Wilder said he was poisoned. He never failed the urine test. It goes on and on and on and on. So the other night, I was watching YouTube and I ran across a video of Eddie Hearn and the topic came up of how about that Charles Martin knockout? And I'm thinking to myself, Charles Martin knockout? And the conversation got brought up to Eddie Hearn because the topic was, well, maybe now AJ will get credit for beating Charles Martin after his good win against Gerald Washington on the Fury Wilder 2 undercard. And I was like, damn, man, I bought that pay-per-view. I watched that fight. Why did I not remember Charles Martin knocking out Gerald Washington on the undercard? I was here at my house. I had people here. We were hanging out. We were playing cards, having a few beers, hanging out. It was like, Charles Martin knocked out Gerald Washington on Fury Wilder 2 undercard. Where the hell was I? Was I just hanging out? Did it just slip my mind? I didn't pay attention, didn't see it, don't remember it. So what I did a couple days ago, I said, well, not a couple days, yeah, a couple days ago when I heard that Eddie Hearn interview, I said, well, let me go see the knockout. I mean, I paid for the fight, and I don't remember that knockout during the night of the Fury Wilder 2 fight. I don't remember the knockout. So they were talking about this huge, big knockout. So I went and found the fight on YouTube. And in the background of this video, you can see Gerald Washington, Charles Martin. Well, as I was watching this fight, after the first round, they were doing flashbacks to Wilder's and Fury's locker room. And I was surprised at what I saw. Because according to the Ldbc fangirls, cheerleaders of Deontay Wilder, they're claiming that Fury loaded his gloves with a metal blunt object that resembles an egg weight. And it just so happens that, like myself, these fools didn't watch Charles Martin and Gerald Washington's fight either. Because if they did watch the fight, they would have came across the video I'm about to show you now to prove that Tyson Fury could not have loaded his gloves. Exhibit A, my people. Here we go. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. This video is going to start towards the end of the first round, and I will continue it for a minute or 2 minutes, and just to point out something to you. Now, before we get started, I want you to remember, Ldbc said that Jay Diaz was not there when the gloves were put on Tyson Fury's hands, so we think his gloves were loaded. So this clip I'm about to show you, if you look in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen as soon as I play it, you will see a man in a maroon jacket that is holding Tyson Fury's gloves. Now, who is that man in the maroon jacket? I'll give you guys a second to think about it. Jada, go lay down. Now, that man in the maroon jacket was someone from the Nevada Athletic Commission, whose job is to make sure he oversees everything in the locker room, including unwrapping and taking control of the fighter's gloves. And then when it's time, he produces Tyson Fury with the gloves he's going to wear. Well, in this case, he produces them to Sugar Hill, his trainer, because Tyson Fury needs assistance to put the gloves on. So in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you'll see exactly what I just explained to you. In the forescreen, you will also see there's a man with a black Everlast t-shirt, jacket, uniform, whatever you want to call it, on. And that man is none other than Jay Diaz, watching the process of Tyson Fury getting gloved up. So we got Jay Diaz, and then we got the Nevada Athletic Commission, both watching Tyson Fury getting gloved up. And not only that, the video shows the Nevada Athletic Commission handing the gloves to Sugar Hill, Tyson Fury's trainer. So there is no time, absolutely zero time, that they could go tamper with the gloves, put anything in the gloves, put the gloves on that are not fit for fighting. Nothing. Here we go. Let's play the clip. And as we do that, let's think about all the Ldbc tears we will see.
The assignment for the heavyweight championship fight has gone to Kenny Bayless, and I want to bring in our unofficial scorer and rules expert, Larry Hazard Sr., and discuss the referee assignment and the judge assignments for the heavyweight title fight. Larry, what's your reaction to Kenny Bayless getting the assignment?
Boom! Did you just see that? Let's back it up. Watch. Man in the maroon jacket, bottom left hand of the screen. Watch what happens.
Larry, what's your reaction to Kenny Bayless getting...
Boom! Man with the earpiece, maroon jacket, hands him to Sugar Hill Stewart. Brand new pair of gloves. Sugar Hill walks over in front of Tyson Fury. Probably takes about 4 seconds. And here we go.
Getting the assignment.
It's a great assignment. Kenny Bayless.
And then Tyson Fury stands up. Look, black Everlast. Right there. Right there, that's Jay Diaz. So it took less than 5 seconds for Tyson Fury to stand up, to be prepared to glove up before the fight. Here we go. Now, once I hit play on this, it's going to cut to Deontay Wilder's locker room. And it's going to cut for about 10 to 15 seconds. And by the time it goes from Deontay Wilder's locker room back to Tyson Fury, he's already got his left glove on, and Sugar Hill is tying it up. So where the hell is the egg whites? Where the hell is the tampering with the gloves? This should be the nail in the coffin. I don't want to hear anything more about the goddamn gloves. Let's play it.
Kenny Bayless is a well-experienced referee. I think he's
just like I said, there's Deontay Wilder pacing around like a damn fool. I wonder why his legs are gone. Left glove already on. Look at that. Look at that. Left glove already on. At the same time, Tyson Fury is talking to Jay Diaz. Jay Diaz is less than 3 feet away. Less than 3 feet away. Please explain to me, people, where the hell or how the hell did Tyson Fury and Sugar Hill and Team Fury have time to tamper with the gloves? Can we put this to bed? It's over. Nail in the coffin. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. I don't want to hear anything else about anything. And everybody out there in the boxing world need to back Mark Breland to the hill. Deontay Wilder never failed no urine test. And a good man, an upstanding man like Mark Breland would never, ever, 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 ever think about poisoning his own fighter. It's absolutely ridiculous. So we've had Jay Diaz watch the hands getting wrapped. Right here we got Jay Diaz watching the gloves get put on. We also got the Nevada Athletic Commission right there in the bottom left hand of the screen with the maroon jacket and the earpiece watching the gloves getting put on. There is no more argument. What are you guys going to say now? I swear to God, there has to be pigs flying over you guys' house. Because you guys are out there with the fairies. You're in fucking La La Land. I don't understand where you guys are coming from. I really don't. And then we jump over
Let's
here.
hope that's the way it stays. Thank you very much, Larry and Glenn Feldman, Dave Moretti,
We
Steve
jump over
Westnell
here.
will be
Now watch
judges
this.
tonight if we need judges tonight.
While they're still
The
pacing
way
around like a fool.
both of these massive heavyweights have been discussing this fight.
Now
They
listen
both say they're
carefully,
gonna win
folks.
by knockout.
Listen
A belt
carefully.
for 84 days, the second shortest reign in terms of heavyweight
Deontay
history.
Wilder
Meanwhile,
getting
back
gloves
in
out of a
Wilder
FedEx
locker
bag.
room, they are unveiling the gloves.
Listen to Andre Ward.
Shipping package. There they are, with the gold trim on the thumb.
If those were FedExed and they just took that out of that package we all just saw, something happened with the gloves that were on site. Because
Well, they're being inspected by the Nevada State Athletic Commission right now.
I know, but that's supposed to take place
Correct.
during the weigh-in or before the weigh-in or right after.
The inspection of the gloves, according to Andre Ward, is supposed to take place after the weigh-in at the glove selection time, whatever you would call it, meeting. So right here we see a video of the Nevada Athletic Commission, another guy in the maroon jacket, taking 2 seconds to inspect those gloves. Meanwhile, the inspection of the gloves is supposed to be held prior to the glove selection meeting. But instead, this one guy from the Nevada Athletic Commission touched the gloves a couple times and he said, "Yep, go ahead."
After, and then obviously fight night as well, but those gloves come in ready to go from being inspected the day before. The fact that those just came out of a FedEx package, that lets me know that something happened yesterday, something wasn't right, and Everlast had to get some gloves here right away.
Well, typically the other camp is involved also with glove selection, and it can be contractual as well. But this is the scene that we just captured in Wilder's locker room as they were able to.
Do we know what the gloves were before this?
You know who will? Bernardo Osuna.
All right. So according to ESPN, the ringside journalist, or Bernardo, whatever his name is, according to him, that these gloves were approved by the commission and everybody. They were just kept in the FedEx seal. And that's perfectly fine with me. If they were approved, then they were approved. Just the same as Tyson Fury's gloves were approved. So I don't care about, you saw one picture that looked like the gloves had an indent. The gloves have to be approved. You just heard the broadcast by two professional fighters, Lennox Lewis and Andre Ward. Just broke down how the whole thing has to happen. Gloves have to be approved. And not only that, gloves have to be approved by both teams at the glove selection meeting. That's how it works. That's how it is. So, I'm sorry I'm still harping on this, but I just was watching the Charles Martin and Gerald Washington fight. And then this stuff pops out at me. And I was like, okay, now I finally saw that not only Jay Diaz saw the hand wraps get put on, Jay Diaz and the commission saw the gloves get put on. And so this should, at the very least, I know it'll never make a difference to the Ldbc cheerleaders, but at the very least, this video right here should end every argument about the damn gloves. Everything was on the up and up. Everything was done by the rules, including what looks sketchy, Deontay Wilder taking gloves out of a FedEx bag. It looks sketchy, but even me, ESPN said that they were approved by the commission and they just put him back in the FedEx bag. That's good enough for me. So if the FedEx bag and Deontay Wilder's gloves is good enough for me, why isn't all the proof of Fury getting his hand wraps on camera with Jay Diaz there? Why is all the proof of Tyson Fury getting gloved up with the commissioner and Jay Diaz being there on camera? Why isn't that good enough for you, Ldbc cheerleaders? Why? So I'm hoping that this puts an end to it, really, because it's been over a year. So I want you guys all, for one, go to Moore's House on YouTube, like, subscribe, and also share. And if you want to get fancy, hit that little bell so every time I come on, you will get a notification. And just so you know, I have now reached my goal of 50 subscribers, thanks to a few outlets on YouTube. One would be The Boxing Voice, and the other one would be Real Talk Boxing. So for whatever reason, if you're not subscribed to them, go to their channel after you subscribe to mine. So peace and love, everybody out there. I hope you and yours are doing well. And this is Moore's House. Peace out.